Hello, YouTube. I'm getting another light show today. Those just crack me up. It's I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but strobing and really odd strobing LED lights are becoming really common these days. Anyway, it's 10:16 p.m. Friday, November 19th. I'm having a awesome Friday night, and there's a car leaving the parking lot with no headlights on. Oh, he found his headlight switch, and it turned on one of the lights. All right. I'm at Cortez High School, so probably a high school student with no money to fix his goddamn car. So honestly, at this point, it amazes me that any high school kid is able to even afford a car, because the days of the $500 jalopy are long gone. And speaking of $500 jalopies, I still don't have my car. I'm sure you've all noticed that by now. It feels like it's never going to happen. And the funny thing is, every day I seem to get a little more cool with it. It's kind of a challenge to get around this city without a car. I think this fool's going to cut me off. Him and his one headlight. He kept moving. Don't hit me, fool. Anyway, so what's going on with me tonight? In the last video, and the video before that, and the video before that, I was going to talk about my swollen uvula. Now that's a tongue twister, especially when you've got a swollen uvula. I think it's a medical condition with its own name, uvulaitis. I think that's what I found looking on Google. It's still kind of swollen. It's a lot better though today. I got my prescription antibiotics this afternoon. It's about time for me to take my second one. And of course, I'm not going to get this swallowed without any liquid, but I'm on my way to one of my favorite dive bars, one of my favorite karaoke dive bars. So we'll get that handled. Now, I know the KJ at the bar I'm walking towards does 2 nights a week. He does Tuesdays. I feel like he's hands down got the best Tuesday night show in the entire fucking valley. And he does a weekend night. And I'm feeling like a complete retard because I can't remember if it's Friday or Saturday night. If it's Saturday night and he's not there tonight, I will have made a hell of a bus journey for a drink to swallow my antibiotic with, and I'll probably get a Coke because I've had a wee bit over at Bullock's. I've had the best Friday at Bullock's I've had in a long time. I saw a lot of people that just were, I don't know, I'm making connections there, making friends there. I feel like I'm family at that bar, and and New Destiny band just on it tonight. They just did an amazing cover of Chaka Khan, Ain't Nobody. I'm still feeling that. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all night. Did some other really awesome songs as well, but man, that cover of did a real good cover of Princess Raspberry Beret as well, but that cover of Ain't Nobody was funky. Their keyboard player, and I wish I knew his name. And the funny thing is, I guess a couple times, like, he was worried about me or upset because he saw me kind of wandering around their equipment, and I don't think he realized that I worked there, and mentioned me to Cece, the lead singer, and she's like, "That's Dan. He's a Thursday night DJ. He wouldn't do anything to hurt our equipment. If anything, he kind of looks out for it." But anyway, I've never really been properly introduced to him, or really had much of a conversation with him. But man, love watching him play. Like, he's got a oh my god, I got the hiccups. He's got a Roland keyboard and a chord keyboard on top of each other on a stand. And he's playing them both simultaneously, along with some effects processors coming out of him. He's too good to be in a dive bar cover band. He really is. And he sings. And I wish I had more of a tech position at that bar. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do at Bullock's. I really do. And part of me hopes that Steve Lee's ghost is still kind of lingering around to see the stuff that I told him I did for karaoke that he thought was a waste of effort and money, but he still made the effort to tell me the music is actually working well in the show that he left behind. Granted, the demographics of the bar have changed considerably since Steve passed, but God, I miss Steve. Damn it, I miss Steve. And you know, just complete random buzz thought. Oh my God, I got the hiccups bad. It's awful. That wasn't my random buzz thought. It's what I'm coping with right now, trying to talk with the fucking hiccups. One thing that I never really anticipated about hitting that midlife era, being over 50, is how many of your friends and your idols are gone, and your family for that matter. And I can only fathom that it's just going to get worse and worse the older I get. Now granted, I've got a lot of younger friends, and there's a lot of younger musicians that I really, really enjoy, and younger actors that I enjoy. And of course, I mean, I've got younger family members. I mean, I've got 2 children of my own that I know of, and at this point, I don't even know how many nephews and nieces that I have. And I expect it's not going to be long, unless it's already happened, that my nephews and nieces will start having children of their own. I mean, quite a few of them are certainly old enough to have that. I mean, hell, my older daughter's old enough to be a mother. It hasn't happened, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Anyway, it's kind of weird just mentally wrapping my head around the fact that I'm that generation now. But anyway, no, it's one thing that just kind of does mess with my head. The older I get, I realize how many good friends are gone, and I try to think back to when I was younger, and I think the first really huge loss, as far as loss of life of somebody that was close and special to me, would be my second stepfather, which is kind of a weird thing to say because my first stepfather died before he did, and I never really connected with him. I mean, I can't say anything bad about the man. What little I remember of him, I really liked him. His name was Kenneth Kirkbride, and I believe that he deeply loved my mother, and he was one of my stepsister's father. Of course, she's passed as well. Don't even let me get started on that, or I'll be bawling, because, oh my God, I miss my sister. And I'm bawling. But I never really had a chance to connect with Ken. My second stepfather, whose name was also Dan, well, his actual name was Dennis Glenn Chaffin, but everybody knew him as Dan. Actually, I think more people knew him as String Bean, but that's another story entirely. Anyway, I actually met him before my mother did. and I don't know if I've vlogged about this. I feel like I might have, but we were close. I mean, we kind of had a rocky relationship. It had its issues. I mean, you know, he's my stepdad, so not my dad. You know, so there's that. That's always going to be a bit of a rocky issue, and then. You know, I mean, I was a teenager, so of course there's that level of rebellion going on.